States. Christina Muntru is joining us now. And Christina, you talked with some Syrian refugees who are now living right here in our area.
I did, Jerry. I talked to 2 out of the 3 families who recently moved here just within the past few weeks. Both of their stories were incredible. You heard last hour. There were stories of survival, even though they encountered so much violence and devastation in their home country. And their hope for the future here in Toledo was really inspiring.
Very beautiful feelings.
That was Syrian refugee Hussam's first impression of the U.S. Hussam lived in homes where he said the living was easy until the war started. And in 2012, things got so bad he went straight to Jordan, where he stayed in the capital of Amman.
No medical treatment was available for them, no schooling was available for the children. So it got to be too much, so they had to leave.
Then, a little more than a year ago, an opportunity came about to come to the U.S. Hussam says it was hard leaving behind family and friends.
It's a very sad feeling because he always think about his family back home. But they had no other choice.
But arriving here in Toledo gave him and his family a sense of hope. That's due in part to Kareen Dahabi from the U.S. Together organization. It's a statewide refugee resettlement agency founded by 2 refugee women.
We help them from day one. When they arrive at the airport, we pick them up, taking them to the apartment. We rent for them, and then we try to get them like all the core services.
Dahabi says the biggest difficulties for refugees are language barrier and transportation. And even though the case is only open technically for 3 months, she says the doors are never closed.
We know how they feel. We know what's going on. We work in their shoes. We try to help them as much as possible.
The agency also helps the children enroll in a bilingual charter school. Hussam says his dream is like any other dad's dream, a good education for his children.
He wants them to live in liberty, to have, choices in life and be able to make their own decisions and everything. Equality, yes.
And he's not ruling out the possibility of returning to Syria someday.
He would like to go back if Syria goes back to the olden days. There's an end to everything. And we are hoping and praying that Syria will conquer, the whole thing and go back to the old ways, peaceful.
Now, Jerry, that agency tells me they're expecting more Syrian refugees in the coming months in Toledo, and they've actually budgeted for that, so that's a good thing because, as you reported earlier, President Obama wants to welcome 10,000 Syrian refugees to the U.S. in the coming years. So.
Well, those kids are cute.
They're so cute.
Imagine how bad a situation has to be where you come from to just uproot the entire family and just go to a place you can't speak the language, don't know what's ahead of you, but it's better than what you're leaving behind.
And they're in such good spirits.
All right. Thanks so much, Christina. Coming up next on WTO on 11.